What it do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsports Thursday Night Football Edition, man. I got Niner Game, Niner Nation in the building, man. I got Big Block Sport, man. What it do, Pimp Dude?
Super Bowl of bust, baby. It's been a good
Well, it's
season.
a bus, man. It's a bus. It's a bus, and I ain't talking about moral. It's a bus.
I mean, we've been through so much adversity. At this point, we playing with house buddy. We not supposed to be down at four. You know what I'm saying? We on the third string quarterback, Debo in and out the lineup every other week. We got a rookie starting guard. We got a second, like we down to a second corner. We on like a third defensive tackle.
Understand? So what you try to have that ready for by the time y'all see the Cowboys, we put y'all out. That what you gonna be telling me?
The Cowboys are not really a threat though. Like the Cowboys are.
I'm just asking by the time when you see the Cowboys, that what you gonna have ready to tell me them same thing you just said. We got a backup cornerback, we got a backup safety, we got a
I mean, honestly, outside, it's about the same team that beat y'all last year. We don't really have. I mean, we got a different corner, so that's a big addition. You know what I'm saying? Like we got. I think the corner, Travarius Ward that he brought over has been a huge improvement. We got different safeties, but for the most part, it's the same team that spanked the Cowboys last year.
And then who we looking for? Okay? That's who we looking for.
I will say CeeDee Lamb has come on like the last 2 or 3 weeks. He started to look like all right, like you know what I'm saying. Like he ain't playing scared no more. It used to seem like to me like he was trying not to get hit, and now he just kind of seemed to be going for it.
He got a rhythm going on. But we're gonna go as far as goddamn our run game take us when it boils down to it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cross that bridge when we get there because you'll be back on this show. Soon as we got there, we play y'all. You will be back. You can believe that. But right now, we got to start off in Seattle.
Yeah.
Because it's Thursday night, you'll be in Seattle in a divisional game, NFC West, Seattle, the San Francisco 49ers against the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, it's I would not like it to be on a short week. I would rather prefer this game on a Sunday. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? And then it's in Seattle.
Yes.
So it's not going to be easy. It's a division game. It's always a tough game. It's the second Seattle game we have at the end of the year for like the last
3 years,
4 years. Like the game. You know what I'm saying? The players are a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the last time that was 2000 when we was about to go to the Super Bowl.
I think that has to do with what it was. I think when y'all started making 1 year, I think
it came down to that last play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right.
Yeah, I remember that. That was about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was y'all Super Bowl year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think it was 2019.
That was y'all Super Bowl year.
But it's gonna be a good game. Seattle always give us trouble because they really tough up front, and I think teams that are really tough up front in the middle, meaning like the nose tackle, defensive tackle, they always give us a hard time because our linemen like to get out and move. You know what I'm saying? And create space. And when them big dudes in there, they can't do that. So like the running game don't really get no push. And then I guess that's a little bit different this time, right? Because then it'll be up to Jimmy G and be like, all right, we can only run the same slant and screen so many times. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a little bit different this time because the offense has changed a lot this year. It was already changed this year with Jimmy, but now it's changed a little bit more like in the last 2 weeks that I've seen.
I believe Shanahan going a little bit more in the playbook. Like he felt a little bit more comfortable with home. Buddy is a little bit more athletic than Jimmy G. Like that rollout is a little bit quicker. So when Buddy roll out, Buddy can goddamn. I ain't say he no special, but he can goddamn get 3 yards or 4 yards when Jimmy G couldn't get you number 2.
And Jimmy had like 1 or 2 plays this year, but it was like when Jimmy would get out of the pocket, it's like I don't want to say he wasn't comfortable, but he didn't know what he was gonna do when he got out there. He was like, oh shit, like I'm out here. Let me find some shit to do. Whereas like I feel like when Purdy get out, he already know like I just need to get out to the left. This dude go beat.
Getting out the pocket, give him more time.
Yeah.
And one thing I see, like we ain't seen him about probably but 2 games from Buddy. But one thing I do see, that I see Jimmy G that he don't do that Jimmy G do, Jimmy G got there when he rolled out. He quick to start throwing in the middle of the field. When
Yeah.
Home rolled out, he looking to go up top. Was it Home looking for the deep man out, the third usher down the field or whatever? Whatever the deep route is, because majority of deep routes take time.
Yeah.
So that's his first spot. His first spot is up top.
And that's what I think they said that on I forgot if it was the first game he played or the second game, but it was like we're most dependent on the progression, obviously, in the play, but usually he's the type of quarterback that looks deep first, and then if he don't see nothing deep, he come to the rest of the progression. So I mean, again, the last game he hit two deep-ish touchdowns. It's probably not like bomb. I mean, one of them was like a real ass bomb. But
which one to McCaffrey or got there to Ayuk?
Ayuk. That was probably like
that pad Ayuk. That big really on the throw.
Yeah. It could have been like a walk-in, you know what I'm saying, like in the back of the end zone. But he was like moving around trying to duck and get hit or whatever. On both of them, actually.
That one he threw to McCaffrey was on the money. I like that pad. That was
yeah. He played really good. And, you know, when he would come into the preseason, you would see a little bit of it. Like, he wasn't hesitating. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes when quarterbacks get, especially like, I'm trying to think about like Malik Willis. When he came in, you could see when he got back, he was just like, all right, like, this shit wild. Like, I don't really know.
I ain't seen this shit before. I don't know nothing about this shit.
So I'm a haul ass, you know what I'm saying? But I would see with him where once he got to, I saw that out of Back Jones too. Back Jones, when he got back, he knew where to go with the ball. Like, it wasn't really hesitation. So I saw that lockdown in the preseason. He was a little up and down. He'll throw the ball high and shit like that. But he been on this game. He was prepared. He came in. He did his thing. He beat the Dolphins, which was incredible. I loved it. It was a great week.
That was shocking to me. The reason why it was shocking to me, I knew the defense. Y'all defense A1. Y'all defense right in front of us. Y'all defense better than ours right now. I'll say that. Your defense A1. I know your defense gonna come to the party. I just thought Home wasn't gonna keep up with the party. But with Miami, he kept up with it. He kept that shit going. Like, them folks put up 30-some points.
I think Tua lost that game for them though, because honestly, there were a lot of plays where dudes was running wide ass open. Like, they had the defense in the blender a couple times, you know what I'm saying? But Tua was just missing, or he'll complete the pass.
Y'all had rattled him.
Yeah.
Y'all had started rattling. Y'all started got there. He started getting the jittery feet. Y'all started making it clock start going a little bit faster. So like y'all start touching. That's all y'all do. That's all y'all do. The majority of the quarterback, Tom Brady, whatever. You start touching their head, that clock started being faster. That was first time Tua would get touched all year. Did nobody get it?
I think Tua, since he came back from the concussions, like, I don't think he all the way right either. Like, when they ran up on that stretch where they was running up 30 points, and I know y'all just had a hard time with the Texans, but they was playing like the Texans, the Colts, the Bears, like some terrible teams, and they was just too fast, you know what I'm saying? Whereas when they came with us, what you said is absolutely true. Once we got in his back pocket, he got even worse. But I don't think he been all the way right since he came back from that concussion.
It's just like we can do what is that about four games, whatever. Not trying to switch the subject, but Miami lost about 4-5 games. I think Miami lost about 5 games.
Miami?
Yeah, I think they lost about 4 or 5. I don't know exactly.
Yeah. They like 8 and 5 or something like that.
So the Buffalo game when he came back out on the concussion.
Yeah.
He won that game, but he got touched that game. Buffalo touched him. The next game, 4 days later, Cincinnati touched him.
That boy with the
they started throwing the game signs and shit. So they took it. So he was I think he was out by like 2 games or some shit like that.
Yeah.
From that point on to the 49ers, nobody touched him.
Yeah.
When he got on that plane and made it down to the San Francisco, boy, the 49ers gonna touch it. I knew y'all were gonna touch it.
Them boys was in TSA waiting on them. They was at the airport.
And his offensive line been shaky. He led 2 games.
Yeah, I mean, they was missing 2 tackles and
Armstrong and somebody else.
Yeah,
You cannot go play the 49ers with a nigga named with a guy number 97 on the 49er team, and you telling me something wrong with your chopper. Man, please. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't go to Dallas, Texas, and say, goddamn, hey man, something wrong with my left tackle, my right tackle. With number 11 out there. You can't do that.
I mean, Laramie Tunsil was getting with him though.
Damn, so who that?
For the Texans this past weekend, he was getting with him.
He started?
Yeah.
I said you can't come into a game
like with a backup.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
With your left tackle, he's shaking. No, but you trying to eat. You gonna eat. If you think I'm talking crazy, we can go back to. I think we're gonna get back to the San Francisco Seattle game. But we can go back to when the Cowboy played Philadelphia. When the man named Lance Armstrong, what his name? The tackle for
damn. What
his name Lance. His first name Lance.
Yeah.
Lance Armstrong, I believe. I can't remember.
I know you're talking about though.
He played tackle.
Yeah.
When he got a concussion, Michael Parsons started eating.
Yeah.
So that tackle,
you know why? Because he's not that good. You know what I'm saying? He can only beat up on
I can understand. I can take that.
That's what it sounds like you said. You say he can beat up on backups. So like, all right.
I'm just saying when you bring a backup in, what happens?
Yeah.
And then like Bosa, so then
yeah.
When you bring a backup in, man, you know he's finna eat. He knows old starters, so you know a backup ain't never lets me.
Yeah. But I think with Bosa too, it's also like him individually is really good, but it's just like they seem to have like this mentality, like they all on the same page. It's like when he stepped left, the other dude stepped exactly right behind him. Like it's like choreography.
They sequence. They've been with each other for a minute.
Yeah.
What you telling me is the same thing this team got going on when you talking about defense. When you talking about they figure out fit energy and he move when I move, you move just like that. You know that song, shit like that.
Yeah.
We do that in Cowboy Nation too. So I respect your defense on the defense. The defense, top notch. You gotta come on with it. Short week to Seattle, 9 times out of 10. I know you believe that your team finna go out there and make Geno Smith look pitiful.
We beat him the first time, and that was when Jimmy G didn't even practice. So I'm not too concerned. Because that was a game Trey. We owed him because that was a game Trey Lance got hurt in. So we owed him.
Who won the game?
We won the game.
Okay, so the first game y'all beat them, so they won it all against y'all.
Yeah.
You won it all against them. I'm sorry. You won it all against them.
Yeah.
So I know you like the 49ers. Well, I gotta take Seattle in the game. And it's not against you. The only reason why I'm taking Seattle because it's a short week and Debo Samuel's hurt. That's the only reason why. It's a short week and Debo hurt. And they going up to Seattle. That's the only reason why. Like you said, it was Sunday. Y'all probably go there and beat them. So because you got the boy got a whole week to goddamn practice and shit. Get a feel with what got going on and everything. But boy, he ain't got number 4 days. We got to get on a plane to go to Seattle. In a divisional rival game, and Seattle trying to make the playoffs. So I take Seattle in the game. I think it'll be a nail biter. I think it's going to be pretty good, but I think Seattle pull this out.
I don't think it'll be that close. I mean, I think in maybe like the first quarter.
Are y'all just going to eat these 4? That's what you tell me. You're going to eat these 4.
I think in the first quarter, it'll be really tight because adrenaline be rushing. The team will be trying to figure each other out. I think Geno does a really good job of playing within the offense. DK is a really good receiver. Like he big, strong. We only got like one big, strong corner. Lockett is been like fast as hell forever. They got like a rookie tackle I think they got 2 rookie tackles maybe. I can't remember.
They got about 9 rookies out there.
Yeah, they are. They learning and growing. You know what I'm saying? So like they're a young team. They not like the same Pete Carroll Seattle that we played in the past. I just think the defense is like a weapon within itself. You know what I'm saying? And then not just the defense. I think what a lot of people don't realize is the punter makes a lot of good punt. Like, we got really good punt coverage. So even when the offense be sputtering, like, we be pinning people at the 10, at the 15, and then you got to go 80 yards against Bosa and Fred Warren. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's we make it really hard playing complimentary football, and they doing it at like a high level. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think Seattle has an answer for that combination. I think offensively, I like the corner they got. I think his name was Warren or Wooden or something like that. He like, I don't know, the dude out there looked like a linebacker. He like 6'5", but he run like a 4'3". But Bobby Wagner ain't over there no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was a big loss for them in the middle. So I think we managed in the first game, and that was with Trey Lance getting hurt like the second play. Jimmy G just came. He had just signed like that Saturday or something, and then he became the backup on Sunday. He came in the game. I'm pretty sure he didn't even know the game plan. Like, he didn't have no game plan, no training camp. He didn't have no OTAs because he was hurt. And we put up, I don't know, like 30 in that game.
First of all, I understand Jimmy G didn't have no OTA. You're right. The game plan, how you don't know the game plan? Jimmy G been there 2-3. The same game plan with last year. The same one he reading now. So we know he knew the game plan. It ain't won the game plan. I think Seattle just started off rough. Y'all just beat them. Y'all were better than them. But I think they game here, like I said, on the short week, these 4 days. I don't want to call the man Mr. Irrelevant. What his name is?
Who that?
The quarterback, Mr.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, Brock Purdy in Seattle. It's gonna be loud. He missing Debo Samuels, I believe. So I take Seattle straight up. But the question is, since y'all so big and bad or whatever, is you good enough to get these 3.5 points and beat them? You
y'all
to do that?
Oh yeah, we gonna cover that.
Oh, the 3.5 ain't that. That ain't that. They need some more. That's what you telling me. They need some more.
I mean, we might cover it by like 4. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying it might be like I don't know if we go pick scores, but I would say
I ain't good at a number like that.
At a minimum, I think we're gonna cover it by like 4.5. You know what I'm saying?
So really, you said you beat them by 4, better. At one point in time, they'll be down by 11.
And maybe not so much because of the offense. I just think, again, defensively, I think we gave up one. We've given up 1 second half touchdown, and that was like in Tampa Bay when the game was like 35 to whatever 0 for the whole second half.
Y'all gave up touchdown on.
Oh, and then we gave 1 to Tyreek Hill. Yeah, and that game when the game was over.
I understand. That sounds about right.
So I think we'll cover, not because like we gonna score, like we might cover 10 to zip. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got that. Seattle go score.
But I think we go cover 3.5. I think.
And Seattle. I believe Seattle they let one get away again on Carolina too. You know, Carolina just beat them.
That's what I'm saying. I think again the opportunity is there for Seattle. It is a short week. It is a new quarterback, I guess you could say. I don't want to say it was an emotional game, you know what I'm saying? But like we played really good. So, you know, if they come in there feeling themselves a little too hard, the opportunity is there for Seattle. I just don't think.
Yeah, I can see you coming on the target tilt. How you just did that now? How you just did that? But one thing about this is the division of games. So y'all know them. They just like how you said when you said they got here in the first quarter, they gonna be trying to fit each other out. Man, these folks the division of game. Shanahan no got that Pete Carroll no Shanahan. Folks come out here and got that throw some blows. Folks got to come out here and got to try to do what they do. They ain't got time to try to fit each other out. But I think
what's interesting about Seattle now is like you got to think about all the success that Russell Wilson had, and then in so many ways they haven't really. I mean, they haven't had as good as it's only been one season, but they haven't really missed a beat offensively with Geno Smith.
Geno Smith was playing good ball. He was playing good ball. They when they brought out to Seattle saw what did nobody else see. It was over with. He ain't got it. The movie that went off. It's over with. That's why they got rid. So like you just said, they're doing the same thing with Geno Smith. So was it Russell Wilson or the system? What one it is?
I think Geno Smith is playing really well. I think he's been in that offense a long time.
I think it was the third year.
Yeah. It might be more than that. But yeah.
I think it's third year.
Yeah. I think what they need to work on to kind of get to that next level is the running game is inconsistent. I think Kenneth Walker, he was a really good running back in college. I think he gonna be a really good running back in the NFL. I think he kind of in and out of the lineup now with injury.
I think he hurt too. I hope he plays against y'all.
You need somebody. I mean, you need Lynch or somebody. They tried to bring. Hey, your boys brought Lynch out the guy.
Boy, ain't time to get no goddamn Lynch. Boy, go ahead, boy.
Hey, but they did that. Was it last year or the year? No, I think that was 2019 too. They like, yeah, Marshawn Lynch coming back. I'm like,
I thought you were talking about now. I'm like, bro, go ahead, boy.
Nah, this is like 2 years ago. But I think if they can get that much better if they get better at running the football. Because I think they've been beating a lot of teams as a one-dimensional offense. But that's what we want. We want a team to be one-dimensional. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody want it. You think my team don't want you to be one-dimensional? You think my team don't love 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9? My team don't love that. Everybody love got that one-dimensional. You can get that pitch your ear back and go and attack the quarterback.
I don't know. I think with number 3 over there on the corner, or he might have got hurt last game, but
Ball. Yeah. Brown, I meant to say Brown. I'm sorry, Brown.
Yeah, Brown over there, 3rd and 8 is kind of like, yeah, we could probably get that.
I ain't gonna tell you a lie. I like Brown more than I like number 1.
Diggs?
No, number 1.
Oh yeah. I forgot his name, but yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. After Diggs, it's like,
and that Kevin Joseph. I like that boy number 36 too. Number 26. They really we got for edit. He put aside. They keep over that number 26. He's 3rd corner.
Yeah.
I think he's 26. I think he's 26 3rd corner put aside.
But I just think outside of the struggle that Seattle's gonna have up front, our secondary is actually pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we play a lot. I think
they take that away from it.
The weakness is, and it's kind of it's like a strength and a weakness is in the slot. We don't put Jimmy Ward, the safety, at the slot because of injury and shit like that. So it's like he not really good. Like if they put him on Lockett, and that's what we've been doing. We've been getting away with playing like complex zone coverage and shit like that. But like in the game, in parts of the Miami game, what game was that we lost? And he was just getting worked I think it was, I forgot, I can't remember. But he's not like he's really good at covering tight ends in the slot because he used to play safety and he would come down in the box and cover tight ends and shit like that. But he's not gonna be able to cover somebody like Lockett in the slot consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll get by on a blitz or some shit if it's a zero blitz and the quarterback doesn't have time, he can hold a dude up. If they are able to take advantage of Jimmy Ward in the slot, I think that's probably their best bet.
That sounds about right. I think that in the 4-day risk. 4 days that you flying from San Francisco to Seattle. I mean,
we was done with the game at like halftime, so it ain't even like we was really playing the whole game.
I know you have to get on an airplane and go from San Francisco to Seattle. You getting to Seattle Seahawks 3.5 point. I say appreciate that. Thank you for the 3.5. I like Seattle to win the game. I'm saying with them 3.5. I like them to win straight up. I pick Seattle to win the game straight up. So next question is 43.5 over and under. If they're gonna up the score or that too many points.
It's tough. Because I feel like
you feel like Seattle You feel like
Seattle. Look, even the last game we scored 35 points, but it was still 42, right? Because they only scored 7. So
you know what I mean? So you think you feel Seattle like that?
No, I think it'll be under. I know it'll be under. For sure it'll be the under. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless something crazy happened and we put up 40 and they put up 30 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's one of them type of games, but I don't really.
43.5. They ain't number 24-20.
That's what I'm saying. I'm taking the under, because even last week it was 35-7. That's only 42, and that's still under that.
I don't see that. I can see both of these teams putting up 20 points. I definitely can see Seattle putting up 20 points. Because it's the division of game, so that they know each other. So that
I'm trying to think, how much did they put up the first? I don't think they put up that many points the first game.
It's the Seattle team.
That's true.
Seattle team. Are you in Seattle? You in Seattle? That hard. You right. It is hard. Though I ain't gonna lie, it is hard. Because I need both these folks to score 20 points.
I think I think it'll be under. You know what I'm saying? Either it'll be under because it's gonna be like 17-7 or some shit, or it's gonna be like 28-7 or something. Like, I don't think it's gonna be.
I can feel where you coming from that. So I ain't even looking at you like, why you tripping? I can feel you on that part. For real, I can't. But if I got Seattle to win that game, I need both of these teams to score 20 points. So
yeah,
you got to be up the scope. I got to say up the scope. I got to say up the scope. I can't call out what the exact scope gonna be, but I can say they're gonna go over 43.5. So I say up the scope and appreciate you for them 3.5. I really appreciate you for them 3.5.
The first game was 27-7.
27-7. That 34.
So like,
y'all put up 27 points.
Let's say we give them one more touchdown, it'll be what? That'll be 44. No, that'll be.
I don't think you say so. So you say you're gonna put up 27 again. So you can put up 30-some points again, just like you did last week. Now you're scoring 30
I think we gonna be. No, I think we gonna be between
without Debo. Remember that.
I mean, honestly, Debo been having like a down year outside of the one run he had against the Rams, that catch, and then he ran over everybody. And then he scored last week. I don't want to say this is the least amount of touchdowns he's had. I mean, some of it has to do with the offense and McCaffrey.
He might draw a lot of coverage.
That's what I'm saying. Some of it has to do with the offense and McCaffrey and Ayuk coming on. I think Ayuk
playing good ball. I ain't gonna lie about that. He playing good ball.
You know what I'm saying?
I think I don't want to make it seem like I'm hating on the 49ers. I really think I like them. I think they one of the best teams in the league. I think they're better than Seattle. Yeah. I'm just betting on this short week, and Seattle need this game.
Yep.
That's what I'm betting on. I put
that's what Seattle betting on too. They gonna.
So I'm betting on this. I'm betting on this. And they know each other. They don't like you go down there and beat them all the time. You don't do them like that all the time. I don't even know what the record is between y'all on a regular basis.
I mean, they beat us for a long time, especially with Russell Wilson. We did not win. Like, I'm looking at, they beat us for a long. I think actually, they beat us for a long time.
It's the division games and the shot week really means something to me. So
they swept us last season.
It's hard to sweep a team.
Yeah. I mean, the only time we beat them was the Super Bowl year in 2019, basically. And then this season.
That's the same thing with the Rams. The Rams couldn't beat y'all at first, but they beat y'all for the money to get to the Super Bowl. So I doubt the light side on the dog is at least once or twice. But like I said, up the scope, appreciate you for the 3.5. You 49 game, so we already know you with everything what's going on. 49 win, well, you gonna need more than 3 points goddamn to beat us, 3.5 points to beat us, and you ain't gonna score enough point to get up to 43.5. So you say under.
I just don't think they got it.
I can did that. I can truly did that. You know we got 3 games coming on Saturday.
I love it.
Yeah, they got that coming on with it. It's time to shake it.
I like when they be playing in like the United Kingdom and football started like 9:30 in the morning and be like all day. I really like that shit.
I do that sometimes. I on that 9:30 shit. I ain't. It gotta be.
Well, I be up. You know what I'm saying? I be up to the baby.
Yeah, I know. So you got a alarm clock to make you get up. So I ain't going back to that stage. I ain't going back to that stage. For me to get up at 9:30, there gotta be something that really worth me watching. And I won't get up. I won't get up and see Jacksonville play Green Bay. No, I'm not getting up to watch that.
No, one of them games was pretty good. I can't remember which one.
I won't get up and watch that game right here at 9:30. But it come on.
I mean, because Lamar ain't playing.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it with. I don't know. Deshaun Watson and Lamar at the same time. Now I watch it. But without Lamar playing, you're right.
Deshaun Watson. I mean, I guess it's expected, but Deshaun Watson don't look like that good.
He ain't got it. He ain't got it yet. But this is the first Saturday night game at 1:00, man. The Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns.
Damn.
Who you like straight up? First of all, the backup quarterback, he had concussion protocol. He may not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They down in their third game. I mean, I guess if we just consider, and it's not that much of an advantage, but I mean, Cleveland has probably a better running game because both of these quarterbacks gonna be on the struggle bus. Because I think both the defenses are all right. I think Baltimore's secondary is just like, I don't know what they doing back there. Like, they got good players. Marcus Smart, that's basketball. Marcus Peters, Clark, Hamilton, the rookie. Like, they good talent, but they just be like in weird formations and they be out of position. Like, I don't know what they doing.
Yeah, they trying to do too much instead of getting in basic.
Yeah, and in Cleveland, I like I like Ward. I think he's a good corner. Obviously, Myles Garrett is like a premier pass rusher. So I'm leaning Cleveland. But like I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I feel you on that part. I'm leaning toward Cleveland too. I like Cleveland to win the game. Third string quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore need this game bad. I know they try to make the playoffs or whatever. They had a big game against Pittsburgh. They pulled off. Pittsburgh just put their ass in the mouth. You know that game be real physical when Pittsburgh and goddamn Baltimore play. Cleveland division game. I believe if Deshaun Watson don't play good enough, they can bring Brissett in. And he can goddamn get him over the hump. Baltimore ain't got nobody to fall back on like that if their quarterback ain't making no noise. I think their running game is better than Baltimore without Lamar Jackson. So I take Cleveland. I think that running game can help Deshaun Watson and cover him up from making them bad mistakes and can't read and shit because he ain't played in 2 years and shit like that. Got to catch up to speed. But I take Cleveland straight up. I'm saying, with it. I like Cleveland straight up.
I think if
Lamar Jackson will play, or if Lamar Jackson or that boy, that backup quarterback can play it, I'll take Baltimore. But
I like him too. He kind of looked like Lamar sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
I like it. Yeah, you see how he got? You see how he got out of the game? Then
he got folded up.
That won the TT.
Yeah, I see that.
They put the TT on his head.
What's funny is if like Jacoby Brissett was starting, I'd be like, yeah, Cleveland all the way. You know what I'm saying? But with Deshaun Watson,
get the third string quarterback. I feel that too. But I like the defense. I think the defense will get a boy here. I think, like I said, they got a solid run game. They should be all right. I like Cleveland when they game. But the question is, can Cleveland good enough to get the Baltimore Ravens 2.5 points to beat them?
Nah, I think the game's gonna be like 6-3 or something.
Yeah, damn. 6-3. Hey.
6-3 a cover. Wait, hold on. The game would be like
5-6.
The game would be like 3-2 or something.
Not the baseball. Not the Baltimore Orioles and the Cleveland.
That's how I feel like the game gonna be. It's gonna be like RB Davy. It ain't gonna be no passing in this game.
I feel you on that part. I feel you on that part.
Will the Browns cover? I don't think they're gonna cover. I think it's gonna be like a 1-point game.
And got that Baltimore got that kicker miss at the end and got there on Cleveland win.
I think Cleveland got a pretty good kicker. And
I said Baltimore kicker miss.
Yeah.
61 yard or some shit. You know,
I don't.
You know, Baltimore got to be happy here. Get 60 range for they get in 60 range. They don't even want to attack no more to try to score none. They be like, I kick from right here. Tripping.
I don't even think Baltimore is gonna get like into the red zone a lot. You know what I'm saying? They may not even make it across the 50. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't think the offense already is like Lamar is like dragging them boys with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then the next dude coming is like he trying. He don't really have the arm talent. He not as like. I mean, he got a little moves, but he just get hit too much. And this dude. I was like, oh, Trace McSorley about to come in from Penn State. I was like, damn, they about to really go back. But
they would. Well, that's Buddha. They hit Buddha.
I mean, I think Mark Andrews is always a weapon. But like again, outside of that, it's like a mixed bag. Sometimes Duvernay. He might have a return, or he might have a reverse. Demarcus Robinson might burn somebody, but that's like once every 5 games or something. So I'm not really sure how they're gonna generate offense. You know what I'm saying? I think Cleveland, if I was them, I would be in like 5-2 front, 4-4 front the whole game and just make them throw the ball. And I don't think they're gonna be able to. It's gonna have to be like on some. Like how we came in, like Brock Purdy came in and beat the Dolphins. Like it's gonna happen.
I feel you on that, but like everything you said is 100% right. I feel the same way about Baltimore. And if I see it tell you I feel the same way, how you feel about Baltimore on the offensive struggle, I gotta see it so the Cleveland Browns gonna cover the 2.5. And the reason why I say that, because if Baltimore got all them problems like that, if they quarterback, like I said, I don't know their third string quarterback.
Yeah,
I may be wrong. He may be the butt naked. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know him. I really don't know too much about it. But I know one thing. I know Cleveland back up and they start. And they got them to start. If the start come out there with the bullshit, they back up and come in and win that game.
Yeah.
And they both gonna come. And I believe both teams come out and try to run the football. So,
and I think the way their offenses are set up is different too. Like I think Cleveland focuses on running the ball, and it's like, all right. If we happen to end up in 3rd and long, let's do a play action or something. But Baltimore's like, hey, Lamar do this, Lamar do that, Lamar run this way and throw here. Like everything is the quarterback for their offense. Whereas Cleveland, I think even if both of them struggle, they got 2 starting running backs basically. And then Amari Cooper's like low key has been like their best weapon. Njoku coming on.
Man. I probably go out with my team still had. If we still had a boy, I'd be in trouble for real.
Yeah. Then they signed T.Y. Hilton, which
I just see you just signed him. I take that. I take that in the slot. I take T.Y.
I was like, well, I guess OBJ ain't coming because
no, he ain't coming. OBJ ain't going there or Buffalo.
And yeah, did I see this dude retire to go to Buffalo? I was like, what?
He ain't going to Buffalo either. I ain't forget on my team though. Well, fuck OBJ. I ain't gotta be talking about him. The Baltimore, like you said about that score, the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, I think they'll cover.
9-6, bro. I can see 9-6.
Yeah. I think it'll be a 1-point game. I really feel like it's gonna be like.
I think Cleveland can cover that. I think that defense can get there and get a script set. I'm saying get a lead. Because if Cleveland scores 7 points, I don't see Cleveland have no problem with Cleveland scoring 7 points. They gonna score 7 points. I don't see no problem with them doing that.
I believe you.
If they can score 7, if they can score 7, I think Cleveland can score 10.
I think the best opportunity Baltimore has to score points is in the kick return game because I think Duvernay is a really good returner. They had a couple
And got that
returns.
Deshaun Watson give him appreciation.
And Deshaun Watson go throw the pick six.
That's all I see him scoring. So
Yeah.
when I see Cleveland score more ways than that, I can see Baltimore quarterback getting goddamn Ward appreciate you.
Or Myles Garrett gets like a roughing the passer, because that's been real stupid this season. They get a roughing the passer, they end up to like the
bullshit too. I be hating that shit.
Yeah, they end up to like the 50 and then he kick a 60-yard field goal. You know what I'm saying? Like
that bullshit. That what type of game that they gonna be though. But I believe Cleveland will cover that. 9 to my 10, we're gonna say the same thing by the over and under. I say under.
Yeah.
38.5, I say under.
It could have been
a goddamn point.
Could have been 18.5. I'd have took
we on the same page with that. All everybody, you said the Browns don't. You said the Browns. You said we both like Cleveland win the game straight up.
Hey, they will be.
Appreciate you for the 2.5.
They gonna tie 0-0 the game.
Man, it be goddamn. I'm gonna tell you what'll be real funny though, bro. It's 2.5, right? And goddamn, the score be 2-0, man. Cleveland, man. Boy, that shit'll be so. Boy, that shit have niggas so mad, boy.
Hey.
Boy, that shit have niggas so mad. But like I said, we both like the Cleveland Browns to win their game. You don't like Cleveland to cover the 2.5.
I'll take Baltimore with the points.
You'll take Baltimore with the 2.5.
Yeah.
I say Cleveland cover them 2.5. We both say 38.5 too much under. 38.5 too much under. We on the same page when it comes to that. It's three games coming on Saturday. That's one on. We got 2 more. And the next one is what the hell it is? Oh yeah. The next one, Minnesota Vikings. And it's what are the any of the Colts?
Colts.
The real Lord have mercy. I'm talking about the real Lord have mercy now.
And the Vikings are just so hard to read. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't even got all day for them. Boy, like the Vikings to beat them folk. No cut on it. Eat them folk. Go eat hell out them folk.
But the Colts just almost beat somebody that was really good.
How? We just beat them 54-19.
Yeah.
Kansas City, who they beat. They played Philadelphia tight.
Yeah.
Indianapolis and Minnesota, that ain't really nowhere that's right by each other, really. Flying ain't really nothing. I like Minnesota to beat them. The reason why I like Minnesota to beat them, Matt Ryan. Simple math. I think Kirk Cousins outplayed Matt Ryan. I think Minnesota got more whipping than Matt Ryan got.
Yeah.
It's just simple math. I think Minnesota got more whipping than Matt Ryan got. But when it boils down to it, do you like Minnesota to win the game before we go to the over and under?
I take Minnesota to win the game. They just got too much offensively. I think defensively, they're the secondary kind of trash, but I think they stout up front. And Matt Ryan, I don't know what he got going on.
Simple math. The question is Minnesota got enough offense and is Matt Ryan sorry enough to get him 4.5 points?
Ooh. It's bigger than it's harder than I thought it would be.
You gotta be real.
Just because of like garbage time, not because I think the game will be close.
That's how I feel.
I think the Vikings will cover. I think the Vikings just got beat by the Lions. They coming. It's in Minnesota probably, right? Yeah.
It's in Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, I think the Vikings will probably win by like 10 or some shit. I don't think the Colts will play that good.
I feel the same way to be real. At first, I was gonna be like, shit, the Vikings got there, gonna trim around, get up by 10. Then that last minute touchdown. Now you down by 3, call the dogs off. You know how that go. Fuck your whole parlay up. But I just thought about what you just said. They just lost to Detroit. I think their offense finna come out dead clicking. If this ain't a prime time game, they said at 4:00.
And I think the defense got to come to play.
I think Smith and got them Patrick Peterson now. Smith is safe. Smith is the safety. Patrick Peterson in the cornerback. I think they get at Matt Ryan. I think they hit Matt Ryan with a skew.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Detroit got some good ass receivers, and they was working them boys in the back.
We're going on top of them nigga.
Yeah, all game. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Indianapolis has that ability.
The only thing they got the quarterback.
Because I mean, Jared Goff is not that much better than Matt Ryan. I think he's younger.
I take him right now over Matt Ryan right now.
Yeah.
Right now,
but,
as we speak, right now.
Yeah.
Right now, do you want Matt Ryan or Jared Goff? I bet you just sat there and take Jared Goff right now on Matt Ryan.
I mean, but put Matt Ryan with them receivers, I think he could be as good as Goff to an extent.
You bet. No.
I think Matt Ryan is. I think the struggle for Matt Ryan is, yes, some of his talent is Ethereum, but Pittman is not no breakaway wide receiver. What's the Pierce? I think his name is. I don't know. It's a white dude. Yeah. He not no like speed threat. They got like 3 third down possession receivers. You know what I'm saying? They got 2 tight ends, and they both like blocking tight ends. Like usually teams have like 1 catch tight end that can run and get out in the pattern, and another dude that can block. They just got like 2 dudes who can block. Jonathan Taylor's a great running back, and they offensive line is like probably the best unit on their team.
He ain't been shaking it like that though. He ain't been shaking it like that.
Nah. Well, I think that has to do with Matt Ryan having to hold the ball. I think just game plan wise, I don't know, like they in transition, right? They had a certain offense, now they're running a different offense. They got different coordinators.
Them folk hot garbage.
Yeah.
But I see one thing about it, I don't like to pile on folk and do folk like that. For them to beat Minnesota, what they running back name?
Jonathan Taylor?
He got that 150 up better.
He gonna have to throw. He gonna have to throw for a touchdown, return a punt.
Now, the reason why I say you gotta have like 150 better, because if he rushing the ball like that,
yeah,
Matt Ryan have a chance to go up top.
Or Kirk Cousins need to turn into a pumpkin like he do once a year. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's on prime time games. And he just be there Sunday. Again, goddamn Detroit. So when they ball down to it, I think Minnesota covered them 4.5. I don't think, like you said, when it comes to the coast, I don't think they got no outfit to keep up.
No.
Even if they do call the dogs off, I can see goddamn the Vikings get up by 14. Then you call the dogs off, they still win by at least 6 or 7. So I say the Vikings cover that 40.5 over and under. What you think the P gonna do?
I don't even know why it's that hot. They must know something I don't.
They got that. They expecting got there the
Because 48, that's almost 50. That's like borderline like 20.
They must be expecting the coach to come to the party.
Oh yeah, I mean unless it's like
they got to expect. Look, they got to expect the coach to come to the party. You say 48.5, but you getting up 4.5 to the team. So you got to be looking at. You got to be telling me the coach gonna score goddamn 20 points. You got to tell me that.
I mean, the Vikings secondary is not like I know Harrison Smith and Patrick Peterson. They
got that other boy Smith too, the outside linebacker they got from Green Bay.
Yeah, the Darius Smith. Yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, I think it's gonna be under though. Like I don't think it's gonna be a high scoring game because I think Minnesota gonna get up quick. 14-21, like you said, and then they just gonna milk the clock out.
I'm gonna say under 2, but the reason why I'm gonna say under because the coach ain't got enough pistols to bring to the gunfight. So they ain't got enough.
Nope.
I don't think. I won't be surprised if Minnesota put up 28 or 30 points, but I can't see goddamn. the coach putting up over 17.
Yep.
I don't see him putting up over 17 because I don't see the offense just ain't. Like, I can see 28-17. I can see 28-17. I can see something like that. Yeah, I just don't see the coach coming to the part enough to get them to push that up.
It's gonna be like 23-3.
Some shit like that. I don't know about the 3-point. The reason why I say that because I can see Minnesota coming out. I can see Minnesota coming out with gas.
Yeah.
Only way I see Minnesota blowing the doors, all this shit. Not because of the outfit. I see the outfit putting us a point by the lead 28, like I said. But the coach got to do the same thing they did to get the Daddy Cowboy. Start fumbling that motherfucker, nigga, picking that bitch up, taking it to the house, and they do all that. Their defense do all that. Then they gonna work the scope. But I don't think they'll do that. I don't think the offense will do that again. I don't think the coach offense has got to be that bad again and just turning the ball over. I see they might not move the ball too much, but I don't see them throwing the pick six to the house and the fumble recovery to the house. No, I don't see that going on. They might throw some interceptions and shit, but then Kirk Cousins got to push the field, and then he might not get them a three points out the deal instead of got them a pick six. So I say under the 45.5, because I don't think the coach will be able to come to the point.
Yep.
But I say the Vikings cover that though. I say the Vikings cover that.
Yep.
One more game on the Slater, man. Pretty good game. It's a pretty good game to me.
I was gonna say because the first two is like, man, I gotta find something to do on Saturday.
What's that? The Miami Dolphins at the Buffalo Bills. This is a division game, 8:00 game. Before we get into the number block, who you like in this game?
Whew.
Hold on, let me let you know this, but I don't know if Tyreek Hill playing or not. I think he hurt his ankle or whatever.
Yeah.
Tape to get the Chargers. I don't know if he's gonna play or not. It's gonna be 13 degrees in Buffalo.
Yeah.
It's gonna be snow on the ground. And I'm gonna ask you one more time for you answer the question. Who you like in that game?
I was already leaning towards Buffalo, but with those additional insights, I think even if we look at the last game Miami just played, it was just really hard. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think the Chargers. I mean, Chargers have a okay defense. Khalil Mack is like playing really good, like under the radar. Derwin James wasn't playing. I want to say they was on the backups. The other safety was a backup too.
The backup corner and everything.
Yeah. And I think Buffalo, even I know the loss of Von Miller was like a big deal, but I think Rousseau is coming on really strong for Buffalo as far as the pass rush. Miami still got, the situation with their offensive line. They don't run the ball well, and that's going to be really hard in inclement weather like that. I think Josh, I think this is the game where they lost at the end, right? The first time, and the OC was
throw two bullshit passes.
Yeah,
pass he throw, I think other throw the man whatever he was caught that he won the game.
Because I think Buffalo are gonna come into this game. They the number one seed, so they're really trying to. I want to say they might be one of the teams that if they win, they can secure like a spot in the playoffs. But I think they want to get that taste out of their mouth from that original loss, because after that loss, they started to like stumble, because I think that loss took a lot out of them. And then in the last few weeks, especially like last week, they done got their mojo back a little bit.
I feel the same way too. I think like I just said, the things I told you about the weather and shit. Really, I'm really trying to go out on a limb on this one and try to have them on record. I don't think the Miami Dolphins making the playoffs.
Ooh.
I picked them to make the playoffs before the season started. But what's going on now? They finna do 3 in a row, because I like Buffalo to win the game. Why? Because it's finna be 13 degrees.
Yeah.
The fastest man in football, he got a messed up ankle. That ain't gonna do too good in 13-degree weather.
Nope.
I don't know if he's gonna play or not.
I think Waddle a little banged up too.
offensive line shaking. I'm saying, I see Buffalo got that mad about what happened last time. They come to straighten it. They'll be 2-3 in the division, I believe. They'll be 2-3 in the division because they 1-3 right now.
Yeah.
They'll be 2-3 in the division. And I just think the Dolphins, I'm saying, when they boil down to it, the weather gonna kill the Dolphins. I think the weather gonna kill the Dolphins. At the end of this year, they were gonna kill the Dolphins. The weather gonna kill the Dolphins. So we on the same page. I like Buffalo. You like Buffalo. Straight up. But the question is, can the Buffalo Bills get the Miami Dolphins 7.5 points and beat them?
It's gonna be hard in the snow to cover them 7.5. Because that's a touchdown plus.
Mm-hmm.
If it was just like 6.5, just like a touchdown, I could probably see the Dolphins covering a touchdown.
The Bills the favorite.
Yeah. I'm saying like Miami will win with the point.
7.5. You'll take them 7.5.
I don't think they're gonna cover 7.5.
You damn sure got that. We in the same. I would definitely say we're in the same boat on that. But
I think if it was a regular game, like no snow and all that shit, I think it'll be a lot more of a tight like shootout contest, and it might come down to like who got the ball last, and somebody gonna kick a field goal to win it or some shit. But I think Buffalo thrives in that kind of weather. They don't run the ball well, particularly, but like they run enough, especially with Josh Allen now. They run enough to where they can control the ball. I don't think it's anybody in the league can cover Diggs, honestly. Like I just don't think anybody can cover him. And then you try and double him, and that's when Gabe Davis go off for like 100 points. The tight end go off for 100 points, 100 yards, whatever. So like Miami gonna have they work cut out for him. And Miami, like their defense is good, but all they really do is just blitz the shit out of you. And that's kind of what Josh Allen wants because it makes it easier for him to read what's happening on the back end.
Big block. They get them for 7.5 points at home. Josh Allen gonna be out there with short sleeves on. The Miami Dolphins can't wait to get their head back home. I think them folks finna cover them 7.5 because the Dolphins ain't gonna be able to keep up. The Dolphins made on speed. This type of weather, speed don't do you no good.
Yeah.
You gotta get in the trenches and got that come on with it. Or be used to playing out there. Like Ed Rodgers them used to be. You used to see Devontae Adams go out there and speed work out like hell because goddamn he used to playing out there.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs used to playing out there. So I can see the Bills cover them 7.5 just because they're at home and the weather. And if it was on neutral ground, I don't think they'll cover them 7.5, period.
Yeah.
On neutral ground, I don't think so. But I still pick the Bills to win the game because I think they because of the taste in their mouth last time they played. But I think they cover the 7.5 because of the weather, and the Miami Dolphins ain't gonna be used to that. They don't like that. I know they ain't gonna like that. They can't wait to get home. They don't want to goddamn be out there in that shit playing in that shit like that. So I say they cover 7.5. Over and under 42.5. Up the score or under.
Nah, I don't think they'll go over 42.5. I think
the
they'll get close, maybe. If they do get close, it'll be because the game is like 30-14 or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Both of these teams got to score 20 points to get over 42.5.
Yeah.
I don't see both of these teams score 20 points. I don't see both of these teams scoring 20 points. I'm gonna go back to what I'm banking on, the weather. Even though the Bills used to goddamn being out there in the weather like that, I ain't saying the Miami Dolphins let them just go right up and down the field and like they out there by themselves. So I can see them getting up by 14-3 or 20 to goddamn 10, some shit like that. And then it's just over with. I can see it's over from right there. I don't see I don't see it being a high scoring game. And to beat 42.5, both the teams got to go 20.
Yeah.
I definitely can't see the Dolphins scoring 20 points in the world. Now, what I'm hearing, it's supposed to be 13 degrees and snow and shit like that. That's what I'm hearing. If that don't go down, there ain't no telling. But if it's snowing and shit out there at 13 degrees, man, I don't see the Dolphins scoring no 20 goddamn point.
Yeah, if it was like
come to the party,
it would have the line would have to be like 40 for me to pick the over, and then I would only, or it'd be like 39.5, and then I would say, yeah, they could probably put up 30.
But 42, I can't do that. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I say under. I say they cover the 7.5. We both say under. We both like the Bills to win the game, but you will take the Dolphins in them 7.5 points.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins will cover that.
The Dolphins. So you with the Dolphins. The Dolphins say appreciate you.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins can cover 7.5. Again, I think it's gonna be a low scoring game, and I don't think it's gonna be like they gonna cover because they playing good. I just think, like you said, Buffalo gonna score a couple points. They might get a garbage time touchdown and cover at the end, or like a field goal to be within the 7.5 points.
Sound about right. Let me put it back on record though before we let these folks go away.
Yes.
Miami Dolphins will not make the playoffs. They got to go to New England after this game right here.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to be fucked up down there too.
Yeah.
They don't go down to New England and get too many wins down there. And I think they play the Jets or some shit out there. I think they play the Jets.
I mean, the Jets are already in better playoff position anyway than the Dolphins.
I'm saying, when it boiled down to it, I don't think now one of them going to get in.
So the Dolphins played the Bills, the Packers, the Patriots, and the Jets.
The Dolphins played who?
The Bills play the Bills. This is the one we just talked about. Yeah. Then they played the Packers in Miami. They played the Patriots in New England, and then the Jets at home in Miami.
That Jet gang gonna let you know they made the playoffs or not. Because I think they're gonna lose the New England game. I think they beat Green.
I think outside of the Packers game, they all division games.
Yeah, I know, but I think the weather in New England. I think the weather in New England will cost them. And fuck around and Tyreek Hill, aka right by got there, you trying to see the Jets. That Jet game might mean something, but I don't think the Jets or Miami gonna make the playoffs anyway. For right now, so that'll be something else on another time. Big block, we done had these folks for about an hour, man. Let these folks know how to get a temperature so we can let them go.
I'm just still taken aback by that bold prediction. But now that I'm looking, I'm like, you might be on to something there.
You know, I always stand on Chickney when I'm wrong. I stand on that. So then that's why.
You might be on to something.
I said for a reason. So if I'm wrong, I ain't mad. But
yeah.
If I'm right, just say that boy know something. So that's all right. When I'm wrong, they can't wait to check me when I'm wrong. But when I'm right, so they say, I just want to hear motherfuckers say no that. That's it. That's all.
That's all.
That's all. Big block, let these folks know how to get a temperature, man. They get them up out here.
Anywhere you ingest social media content, Big Block Sports, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I'm working on being more active, but like we was talking about kind of before the show started, I just had a newborn baby girl, but I'm working on I got all my memes together though. So if you're looking for some good, funny meme sports content on Instagram, I got that down, but I'm working on getting back into the podcast. I'm working on getting back into the live betting and things. I have actually Underdog Sports. I don't know if you've ever seen it like online. I'm in Underdog Fantasy, I should say, my bad, where you can bet like over unders and shit like that. I've been playing that on the low.
You can do the point spreads on that too?
Not so like it's like a simplified version of the betting. So like you just pick like, all right, is Patrick Mahomes gonna have more than 3 touchdowns, or
I think
yeah, or you do like against 2 players, yeah. So it'd be like which player is gonna have more receiving yards, or which player gonna.
I seen it.
So I probably hit for like 200 this weekend. Thankfully, it was alright. But yeah, Big Block Sports anywhere. I always appreciate you having me on, man. Big game this Thursday. So sad that you're wrong about your pick, but you know what I'm saying? We still cool though. We still cool. You know what I'm saying?
I hope I ain't wrong, because you know all my picks. My picks, I really gamble on them.
Yeah.
The sheet I put up, the sheet I be putting up every Sunday, or the one I put on the podcast for Friday.
Yeah.
This one right here, really, since I should have put up the one for these 3 games. I forgot about these 3 games to add to Thursday. You don't have them 1 game on Thursday.
Yeah.
So like these my picks. I picked these. I got it in that order, and the over and under and all that. So that I be only thing about it is the same way I did tell I got Seattle. I got another. I played another parlay since I played 2 sheets. So I got one with the 49ers on the 2. Don't make it seem like I'm just
you know what I'm saying? You got a big show.
You know what I'm saying? But I got one with Seattle, and the ones I put on my video, them the ones that I stand on. You know what I'm saying? Like I believe in. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? But them the ones I really believe in. And if it don't happen, I try to have something to have a backup to it. Well, man, I appreciate you being on the show, man, all the time, man. I fuck with folks who fuck with me.
Yes, sir.
It's your boy More Drive, man. I'm on our podcast platform, man. Knowdatsports podcast. Knowdatsports Thursday night football edition. It's sponsored by Highlight Commodity. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. I ain't that hard to find on our podcast platform. Type in Knowdatsports. I'm in the building. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.
Yes, sir.
In the building.
Yes, sir.